Okay, so I put all of this. So anyways, here it says, yeah, large engines or severe symptoms may require 500 mils or more. This thing itself is 500 mils. So I just put all of it. I'm gonna let it idle for 30 minutes. Yeah, for about 30 minutes. They say in under 30 minutes, but I'm not gonna rev it. I'm gonna let it idle for 30 minutes and then switch it off. And so now sitting at, yeah, it's pretty much hot at temp. I think I might refuel it, and that's enough. I don't have an engine cover, so I can, oh, 1, 2, cylinder number 3 just misfired once. Okay, it's complaining about the seat belt. Let me just put it on so that if a proper warning chime comes on, yeah. Okay, cylinder 3 is misfiring. That is interesting. I think the tires are not full. Before I jinx anything, before we jinx anything, we're just gonna go home. But I have like intermittent misfires. If you check cylinder number 6 just misfired once and then it stopped. Cylinder number 3 misfired once as well and then it stopped. It's really got much better. It's driving, there's more power than I normally feel. Oh, engine temperature. Okay, it just overheated now at home. Okay, let's see. Oil temperature sitting at 126. Oh, that is not good. Is the gate closed? Yes, it is. Okay, that happened as soon as we got home. I can't see anything. coolant is boiling. Coolant is boiling big time. Yeah, that's the big question, right? What happened? So I have theories, two theories to be honest. I complain about the oil temperature, but that's about fine-ish. So what's happening is the engine is overheating because of the coolant temp. So I've been reading quite a lot, and this thing is gonna throw the yellow warning light when it hits 120, and then the red one when it hits like one close to 130 or something like that. So the oil temperature stays relatively the same around 120, right? Like it should be around 118, 123 somewhere there. But the coolant is the issue. Then that leaves me with two possible causes, three if I include the radiator, but it's not the radiator. Why? I don't know. It's just not the radiator. I think it's not the radiator. But anyways, that means it's either the water pump, the radiator, or the thermostat. So I was able to rule out the water pump using Link. You can actually monitor the speed of your water pump, and it's spinning as it should. I don't have like a running engine screenshot, so ideally there's this field that you can see that says electric water pump, speed and the target. That works fine. Usually it's gonna have a target of like 145. It's gonna run at 145. If I push the car a bit more, it's gonna have a higher target and the water pump will spin. So that led me to believe that okay, anyway, something that I actually forgot, right? The way this gasket sealer works is it gets to the place where there's maybe a leak, it then clogs it. Like it just kind of gets there and then it dries up. So what happens when that coolant mixed with gasket sealer gets to your thermostat, which opens and closes as well, is if it's closed, it's then gonna like seal it, if that makes sense. I think that's kind of like what happened. So lucky enough, the thermostat as opposed to the water pump is very cheap, especially for the N55s. It's about 1,000 if not less than, and the job itself takes about 4 to 6 hours to do. So it's something I can DIY myself. Yeah, that's pretty much what we're gonna do. So yeah, see you in the next one. Hopefully we'll be doing the thermostat, or I don't think I'll need to buy a new one though. I think I can clean the current one to just unblock it. We'll see. Anyway, see you guys on the next video. Hopefully it's gonna be a fun one. I actually noticed I didn't say what the verdict is, right? So does a head gasket sealer work? The short answer is yes, but you know what I mean? It did work. On my last drive the car didn't misfire once, so it does work, but wherever it is that it's gonna go, it's gonna seal. So if you're gonna run something like this, it's best you maybe disconnect your thermostat and run the engine while it's cold. It can get into your water pump and clog it. It can clog your radiator. It works, it does what it's supposed to do, but it does it too much, if that makes sense. But yeah, it definitely works.